Woodland had a pretty good game himself, especially compared to day one. Waste of ammo as well, no different. But now Lan pushing forward. It is Dobu to discover, and Dobu discovers more than just the one. A fantastic pistol start from ATOX should be delivering them their first pistol round of the series.
Yeah, this is one of those rounds that just feels like once that first domino falls, suddenly everything just kind of falls into place there for ATOX. They've got somebody watching the flank. There's two players actually looking to fight those players flanking in from ramp. It just felt like everything was propped up and ready to go, and it all is predicated on getting that opening engagement first on that top side. It made a world of a difference being able to break through. Really solid pistol there from ATOX. Pretty simple stuff, but keeping it nice and simple can sometimes be the most effective thing.
Dobu, of course, had an incredible first game. All throughout the series, he was the one player who felt like was never turning off. So if he can go into Nuke like that, that would be quite nice. This is not a great start for him in the round, sure, but the CTs will be able to recover a Galil. Maybe even, honestly, consider saving that unless they just magically come into 2 more kills.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody really lower, so it's only these pistols that are making the journey to try and contest. Should be a priority to save that rifle. It's just about as good as it could get, but no, they're looking to challenge with it in Decon.
Mick is down. I think that challenge might be retracted very soon, but will it be able to retreat? Derek is not using that Molotov that he had stolen away. Some good damage coming through, but Lan will be left to just try and be a little bit more comfortable with this. Maybe a bit more damage if he is on the fadeaway, because he will dive to the bomb over here. But let's see.
Okay, there's one more kill on the exit, but now his toes have been spotted. And that Mick SMG can get an upgrade if he ran the right way to do it. Instead, he decides the MAC-10 will do. Just a little oversight, perhaps.
I'm a Mac fan, so you know what? The gun too, not just the analyst.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Maybe a friendly guy. A mate, potentially.
Living up to his name.
The platonic kind.
Yeah. There goes my hopes.
ATOX, solid start to this T side, but now up against the rifles of Mag, and they will be missing out on that AWPing component. Felt like Lan was actually finding quite a lot of impact on that AWP when he had it in his hands. Took him a while to get engaged with it, but I think it's been slow starts for AWPers for both these teams. Gonna go for a delayed cross. And this is one of the best rounds you could probably actually implement. Even just like a contact outside, given that that AWP is not in play. They'll assemble the wall, and Derek will actually find a kill straight through it. Really nice, solid spam. Tugu trying to do some damage as well, tracing the steps of Cabal. But they've got access towards Secret and that lower side, and no one on Mag has really moved to counteract that yet.
I think Mick gave up a step while he was trying to jiggle peek. Still good for the one. Can he make it 2? Of course he can. Waste of ammo is down. And that's why you got to try and stick to the Mac, Michael. Fantastic double kill, but it doesn't mean the round is over yet. ATOX with full control over the lower bomb site are about to be contested. Kits are quite low, so you're going to have to go in soon. And when I say quite low, I mean they don't exist. They are a figment of Mag's imagination, a daydream that might not be needed. Ariukul, great kill on Zesta, traded by Cabal, but Dobu's still alive, playing from inside between the valley. Ariukul's all alone. One-on-one, knew where Dobu was lost, but Dobu has the advantage as Ariukul drops down. ATOX coming through.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the post plants are a little bit uncomfortable there. Even Dobu, I think, was turning to shoot at Cabal almost, but realized that he was there as reinforcements. He got caught by a team flash. Things get a little hectic, but Dobu does pull through.
Okay.
I do think these after plants are a little strange for ATOX. They've had several moments of discomfort, whether or not that was against Grayhound or whether or not that's been even against Mag. You know, the fights they seem to lose happen more frequently when the bomb is down. Don't know if that's just the added pressure of the moment or not. Just need to blow the smoke. No tricky plays here for Mag as they try to stop them crossing in towards Secret. The SMGs are farming up quite nicely, and Zesta is looking to try and take some long-range duels as well. They're only against pistols, but they want to try and make it as comfortable as possible.
Lan should be able to pick up at least 1 kill over here, theoretically. With the jumping accuracy all over the place, he is not actually going to be offering up his head at all. Lan is just left behind, and with Cabal ducking out into a little bit more of a corner. It will end up being Accuracy who is the target of the lurking Deagle. Cabal was spotted out earlier on, but he can't find the shot land long range with the Mach 10. Could maybe look for some money, but he won't even try. Doesn't know it's Cabal on the other side. Doesn't know that Cabal is low, but now he has punished at least 1-on-2. Round is impossible, but again, damage would be nice if not for the fact that they've been getting so many Mach 10 kills, which would make it a little bit less relevant.
Yeah, I have to say, Lan has played a bit... he's played some really ratty positions. Late peek from Decon on the Galil this time as well, just sitting behind the AC unit, ready to take at least one with him. That was his only objective. I'm taking one of you guys down with me. ATOX. Still starting and feeling good about how this T side has started. I mean, even if things kind of go pear-shaped from here, this is already most of the journey that you want to have taken on a T side half in general, getting up to 4 rounds. But the way that things have started, why not go for more? They want at least 6, really, to feel in prime position. See if it stops right here.
Fast drags Zero over towards the upper side. Cabal from inside the smoke is doing so much damage as well. Worried about Tugu splitting in behind the gap in those smokes, but that won't be the case. Tugu is instead playing from inside the smoke, comes through, good for one, not ready for the second. Zesta trace too fast. Ariukul will be irrelevant from heaven unless his teammates can find so much more, but with the double up and the retake, this is very much a get the hell out of here situation. And well, they won't be able to do that. Derek was the only potential instigator, and he has instigated nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this is about the worst thing that could have happened to you. I mean, getting your hands on an AWP, this is a great call from Mag in that regard. You know, hitting that top side when you know that AWP is suddenly going to be posted either on outside or most likely on ramp. Hell, it was on both. So by doing this, they fight only riflers, they burst in, and ATOX was able to trade efficiently. So you know, that first gun round that they had, they knew they were against rifles. They take outside, they go slow, they walk into quite a few of their angles, but here against an ult, they didn't mess around.
Tugu had the opportunity to maybe come through with a quick multi-kill as well, but after he gets that first one, he's just not ready to the idea that there might be a second player playing fake vents already.
I mean, it's also, you know, there's so many smokes down towards so main, door. Even the fact he got away with one and found that gap that he needed to sort of catch Cabal out was maybe even a little surprised.
He put himself in a great position, there's no doubt about it, but he just can't really bring the absolute most out of it, and you can't ask for that.
Yeah, he had to make a play.
But sometimes you need it.
Yeah. Oh, this is certainly aggressive.
I love it. Thing is, Dobu's on the other side, but what a shot Lan brings out the guillotine. And actually runs all the way back. Instead of going into mini, he goes back to outside. He is much more concerned with the possibility of re-aggression. Knows that Dobu doesn't like to play alone on that lurk. But Accuracy is the backup, and that's a backup he wasn't ready for.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good vacancy sort of pushed onto TYLOO just by shooting those shots, realizing that an AWP is probably going to train on him, and Accuracy could just hold from credit or to garage. This is kind of a weird way to hold lobby, I will say. If they do run at you, you just have to try and ladder strafe away.
Getting the old jumping jacks on a ladder.
One of the disadvantages of being able to see your legs is his visibility is a lot worse this way.
Oh no, he's going to see them, he's going to notice them. Derek doesn't realize. He's locked up into his death.
I can't believe that.
That's hilarious. I would love to see a cinematic replay of that, just Derek going up slowly into his death.
I just want to see Derek's reaction. He's probably just like, wait, he was where?
Derek does also have that great, like, nervous smile every time something like that happens.
Oh, this is still a pretty compelling round for Mag even. 3-on-3 and Accuracy, a free kill and AWP recovered as well. They're trapped. A player inside of Heaven, it's planted for him, and Cabal sliding his way out to CT vent, and they don't have a kit here on Mag, so they're going to have to go in with some urgency.
Zesta can't actually cover the cross because he's worried about the AWP that he now knows is inside mini, but the double AWP retake again will be so hard. They have to clear this corner, but it doesn't look like Waste of Ammo is ready for it. He's looked away and he loses a duel because of it. And now, off strain on either side. Ariukul to find the first. Zesta up top. Do they have a kit? No, they don't. They don't have time either. And Tugu can only look to run.
Yeah, I mean, they had to go in fast, and that Rifler leading the way, it just needed space. As soon as, if you get yourself into a 3 versus 1 like that, those ults can post on Heaven, and then it's suddenly basically impossible for Zesta to contest, but very difficult round to pull through.
To be honest, I do kind of blame Waste of Ammo's miss a little bit on Tugu, because Tugu has that space in mini. So once CT Vent's been cleared out, it does feel like Waste of Ammo shouldn't have to worry about squeaky door. That's where you do have to push through and get that control on your own. But just a little bit too concerned about Heaven as well. Too concerned about too many things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard fight to take coming out of Hut to CT Vent. Cabal, of course, a veteran, so not going to miss that chance when it's presented to him. Things are looking solid here for ATOX, where there were a lot of questions about their T side of Ancients. Nuke has been a completely different kettle of fish.
That is not a missed waterfall smoke, that is a mollied diagonal. And Derek, great job on outside. He's had quite a few good duel wins like it. Cabal, however, continues to be the punisher.
Once again, sliding their way in through Secret, but this time they do actually have a player there to address it. Waste made that rotation quite some time ago. Zesta will make his presence known during all this util. Not sure about numbers, nothing confirmed, but also a timing which could have allowed a player to cross. Mag are flying blind.
And ATOX is just flying in general. Soaring into the skies, it is Ryukul to fall. Tugu traded out too quick. And Mag can find absolutely nothing. They just keep finding themselves in positions where it feels like the bomb site is gone before the rotators can even be relevant to a retake.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the challenges that you have on Nuke, hell, on CT sides in general, is that you have to make counter plays to what your opponents are doing. Waste trying to get himself out from Heaven, had those flashes lined up, but he didn't even get out of Heaven. He wanted to drop into the bomb site. And Lan trying to pull things back, but this round is just too far cooked. A full 5-second defuse actually could just happen. He's got a kit, and that's the kill he needed. A player coming in to flank as well and play from Heaven, so it will still be an ATOX round. Everyone falling, but you can tell that this Mag team, they really want one of these post plants to somehow fall their way.
And the thing is that besides the first gun round, where they did get aggressive into lobby, it feels like we haven't seen anything beyond that again, right? You know, Derek, again, in that very same gun round, did nade out the outside smoke, looks for a kill and whatnot. Again, he finds one over here, but there's nothing happening on the CT side. They're just hoping to hold and get kills.
Yeah, and you know, there was that one round as well with Lan pushing outside with the AWP, repositioning. You know, those are the types of plays you probably need to make when you're in the deficit like this, and when ATOX are playing, honestly, quite a slow game.
But you're seeing the same thing as well, right? Like, you know, Lan pushes it out, he gets that kill, he re-peeks out and dies. Derek over here gets the kill outside, he re-peeks back to Cabal, contests too heavily and dies. So even when their sort of passive hold is giving them an advantage, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when you're in a deficit as well, like when you concede outside control, the counteraction for a lot of teams is take lobby control or get some sort of forward position on ramp. You know, you want to hunt with some information, so...
And ATOX is generally just doing such a good job of punishing all of this and more. It feels like ATOX isn't really even being stretched thin, except for maybe a couple of slightly tricky post plants like you mentioned. Oh, Dobu doesn't actually find any damage.
Yeah, Mag as an assembly of players is still pretty much in its infancy. You know, a new project started this year, I believe.
Yeah, December, yeah, pretty much.
So in terms of getting everybody up to speed and ready to take on someone like ATOX that have been vying for these opportunities, Dobu said in his interviews, you know, he's been hounding for this type of a tournament. This is a lot to ask, and especially on short notice. Mag were here to fill in slots, but ATOX, all they want to do is punch in to try and go up against TYLOO in that lower bracket. They are looking solid right now. Accuracy hitting shots, and Zesta, even on his creep out, Tugu missing his first few, he can't adjust in time. Maybe there's still hope that Mag can get on the board.
Dobu gone. TYLOO running out of bullets over here. He's going to be having a slightly rough time and wants to take another duel. Cabal gets it done. A one-on-one, it might be the closest thing we've had to a chance over here. Derek, the one to lead the charge, but Cabal's already sussed him out. He doesn't have much HP. But with the farmers, I think he still needs 2 bullets to actually finish him off, and he'll land them. Finally, Mag come through with a good round. Lan starts things off with that off shot, but TYLOO's the one who really holds it down.
Yeah, I mean, just disrupting everything on that potential A-side attack. You know, got in front of those players before they could actually set up on the bomb site, and TYLOO doing a lot to disrupt. I thought the way that this round started, ATOX had such a spread that Mag were going to be in one of those situations again where, you know, where do you look at what given time? But they pieced it together, and honestly, a great job from Derek not overthinking that clutch as well. Cabal throwing that smoke, he could have potentially crossed behind it, got himself into hut. You know, Derek never gave up his angle towards the backside of the site. Sometimes all it takes is one round to inspire a little bit more confidence. Sometimes all it takes is a clutch to get the energy flowing. And money has not been the healthiest for ATOX in their journey. They have come down to 2-3 players in their winning of these rounds consecutively, 7 straight, but those coffers have run thin.
Derek is trying to relocate and get tricky. Playing in from the lower bomb site. But in fact, it's Mick who also is trying to just push through the smoke. Waste of ammo finds him, brings him down. And Derek will have company pretty soon. His read is right. Can he do anything about it? Well, don't think that's what the nade might have been meant to do, but who knows?
Molotov does exactly what it's supposed to. Funnels him a little further back, gives him a bit more time, a bit more space. The problem for Derek will be that he has no real fast rotate. I mean, Lan's not in a great position to come and reinforce, but really solid pick out from that boost. Though we try to catch him out, and the nade and molly to follow don't do too much to deter Derek.
Well, they are fully deterred on the ATOX side, though. They're rerouting back towards A, which was never really vacated. So they're heading into a site with many, many players, and they're making quite a bit of noise about it. And as Waste of Ammo is just holding things down from Squeaky, beautiful 2 shots will give him the double. TYLOO there to close. And despite the low economy of Mag, Derek gives them everything this round.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those moments as well where it didn't feel like they were being too active on the CT side, which is fine. But they were actually just holding their spots. You know, they weren't making very loud, audible rotations. They weren't they weren't overthinking it, basically. And as soon as ATOX start barreling in through main, they've got players in position to address that. So nicely done, bounding in with back-to-back rounds, and there we go. ATOX down to pistols, and so this opens the door for Mag to get a little bit more breathing room, reset their mental. Because they're going to need that extra help when they get into that T side where, you know, both these teams had issues on Ancient. Have ATOX done their homework ahead of this game? Is there a vulnerability potentially to exploit when they go into that second half? Nuke does feel like one of those maps that has seen the most love with Zeus changes.
Yeah.
We're pulling out in pistol rounds these days, which is ridiculous to me, but the dualies were at 1.2.
I love it. Mag's priority is just maintaining weaponry. And ATOX, with these Deagle investments not being completely insignificant, and you are on a 2,400 loss bonus, so coming out about 4,400 a piece from 3 of your players after this. Yeah. That means you're sacrificing a flashbang or 2, so you did sort of hope that the Deagles would find some damage.
Yeah. I mean, but good to see the Myth Avenue Gaming are not allowing this to sort of fall out of their hands, get too dicey. You know, they're already finding themselves in the lower bracket. This is an elimination day. You know, we say goodbye to teams today.
4 of them, which is kind of wild.
Yeah. And, you know, this was a big opportunity for these Myth Avenue Gaming guys. You know, all of them haven't had chances like this. Even players like Lan, who, you know, were kind of competing domestically and having opportunities to be one of the top 4 Chinese teams.
Yeah.
You know, didn't make it to RMRs, didn't actually have those chances. So, you know, for them, this is a debut to this kind of environment, but also they come in with minimal expectations. They're a new project. They're playing with a substitute. But they want to put all that aside. They've got to face the opponent in front of them, and that is an ATOX that have looked pretty composed so far, but they occasionally hit a rough period. It's just about whether or not Mag can capitalize during those spurts or not. 3-7, and we have full guns across the board. ATOX once again throwing out some outside utility to try and disrupt and keep them guessing, but look at what Mag are up to in at ramp. They are pushing their limits.
I would love to see Derek try and go for a play off the back of this once they're able to clear out lobby. If they start to try and flank out the CTs, that would be difficult, and that's exactly what Derek is doing. He's trying to keep an eye out, dodging bullets from Cabal, who's just shooting their toes. Derek, however, has lost a teammate. TYLOO down inside Mini. Not exactly what he was looking for, but Mick will be traded. Waste of ammo, excellent exploration. And Orb on the bottom side of the map actually misses its shot. Lan unable to find the kill, and Derek down as well. All of those advantages might suddenly be turning around. Ariukal as well cannot finish off the job. Waste of ammo now fading back to the smoke that they did throw earlier on. Lan will not miss his second chance, but in the meanwhile, Waste of ammo is just hoping to find them rerouting, but he's made so much noise, they know exactly where he is. Cabal trying to wait for the smoke. Waste of ammo pushes right into him, only to meet his death.
They know that they're in hot pursuit of Lan, but they weren't quite aware that he was going to be up so close and personal. Zesta able to trade things out, and Ariukal, the last man standing. This man impressed in our opening round, even in a losing effort. He was a one-man band.
He should also know that both of those players are low. One of them he dealt damage to himself, and the other, the call's been given over.
This man, this rock star from day one, needs to pull through. ATOX can't keep getting away with these rounds. Accuracy on that low health, not thrown off by that spam, and just playing that high ground perfectly. ATOX in with an 8th.
Getting it together when it didn't look like they would, but that death from Derek does seem like it was vital. Zesta finding him there as Derek strafes down a bit too wide, perhaps. If not for that, maybe Waste of Ammo's kill on the Mick would have been the game changer. They wouldn't have had as much space outside, and then things start to unravel from there. Still, great attempt from Lan.
I mean, I mean, the fact that he likes that player is just so unfortunate for him, really. But he didn't zoom, so sometimes luck favors the bold. And this time, once again, the AWP will strike and not finish off the target, but this time it goes the other direction. They're pushing again on Mag, and they're looking to explore, but Dobu's locking down any pursuit of a flank. Man advantage only held for a moment. Waste catching Dobu on his retreat. 2-on-2 again.
Yeah, but he's got no idea how close Zesta is. He could have still hit the shot, but Zesta's too fast. TYLOO alone has had so many good plays over here. Maybe the numbers don't reflect it, but positioning on the A side has been great. This is a very different ask, though. He knows where the bomb was dropped. Dobu's death was confirmed to have released the package. And TYLOO might be expecting this to be an A hit. Now with the smoke down on Mini, he definitely is, but he's going to creep right through. It's a one-on-one versus Zesta, but Mick's actually the one facing down onto him. 9 for ATOX on the T side. Surely they've done enough.
Yeah, I mean, they just seem to be playing very well together. Myth are a little slow on the upkeep of, actually counteracting some of the space that ATOX are putting down. And by the time they actually start getting engaged, they're already quite far into the hole. And all it takes is one of these rounds from ATOX where, I think, honestly, Myth played some of those situations right, but, sometimes those rounds are not always going to fall your way. It's a percentage game.
Yeah.
You're thinking, if you make the right play, maybe 60% chance win, but that's nothing is ever guaranteed.
And then some small, basic individual errors that you're expecting anyway, but when all of that sort of racks together, and your opponent's having such a good day on their comms, if nothing else, then yeah.
It's also, I mean, some of the rounds that they were losing towards the end of that half, ATOX were taking more risks than they started the half with, but that's because they were already up. So they're more willing to take those chances. Myth need a whole lot of risk taken, it feels like, to come back into this game. A full-on ramp commitment for their pistol.
Yeah, everyone heard that one. Cabal echoing out into the chambers of ramp. Accuracy is waiting for a potential push into hell. Dobu Chances not really being taken. The long-range P2K isn't paying off right now. Waste of Ammo's found full control, not taken down. Nor was any of his teammates up until now, at least. Tugu gone. Land, great timing to hit on the flank, but the problem is Waste of Ammo's down under. The bomb can reset for A, but accuracy is here.
Line has good position, but he could get caught when those players emerge from secret. Accuracy has to stand his ground and actually pull through with more than just the one. Derek floored, and it's a little dicey there for Ariukul, but it's back into a situation that's manageable. They just need to be able to get that bomb planted, but they've stopped and frozen. They're waiting to see if ATOX have a flank going.
Feels like ATOX has almost 3 flanks going.
Ariukul has to be the one to plant. Lan's position is too strong to give up in a post plant.
Dobu might end up being the first death, in fact, and he's going to be expecting Lan, sure, but Lan also, it all comes down to the timing. Lan's gone out towards Mustang instead of holding it down, so Ariukul might be a dead man over here. Mick is low, so is Cabal. If Dobu goes down early on, this round might be gone, but Dobu wins the duel. Second one around the corner, too many players to fight with. Lan will fall.
I really felt like Lan had everything to do there. I mean, going out and sliding out to Mustang it's kind of it's a hard spot to really find much impact from. Even the main player could sort of shoot at your feet while you're channeling or fighting the player out from hut. So I don't think he played a great position there, really. Ariukul did his darndest to keep himself alive and just keep doing damage, really. But a pretty hard round, being at that deficit either way, had to worry about so much.
We also haven't seen the same Ariukul as yesterday so far, beyond maybe a round or two in Ancient, right? Doesn't seem like he's even half the player that he showed. And I don't expect him to maintain that form, but that is sort of the prayer, right? If you're on Mag, that you've just got a superstar who's going to take control. Lan, much better day today so far, but as the rounds will remind everyone, don't know how much that matters overall. ATOX are just looking too damn good.
Yeah, it's been a rounded effort from both squads, really. I mean, ATOX have just played, I think, better macro positions and gotten into much more convincing advantages.
Mick comes in with the assist, makes sure that accuracy isn't isolated, and you know what? If he picks up 3 kills in the meanwhile, he won't hate it. He won't hate it. Accuracy is a scout, quite literally. Mick is looking for the full ace, will be denied. Dobu is much more interested in just the win.
Yeah, they just need to push through and push past. ATOX did not have a good day at the office yesterday, but now that we're in the best of 3s, pulled through on Ancient, and now are looking to lock things in on Nuke as well. This is a map that they pick in series, but so infrequently. You know, it's one of those situations where Mag just had so much crossover in their map pool that ATOX decided to go a little bit more left field with it, but this is looking like a very confident Nuke and a map that people will have to consider probably for some of those future rounds.
Waste of Ammo's already lost almost all of his life, and he's lost his captain, Lan. Good timing, but they're able to react to it. Mick is also just looking untouchable these past few rounds. Zesta taken down. He's the only one who will fall. However, as Cabal's flank activates and the ramp push will give him both. 12-3. ATOX on the cusp of a date with a slightly flimsy-looking TYLOO.
Yeah, not even a smile crossing the ATOX faces. They want to get this over and done with. With Avenue Gaming, they were a small fish entering a larger pond. Maybe give them a little bit of time to mature as they are this new project. And there is a conversation that can be had. You know, we see some potential in the players. You know, we talk about some of the history with Derek, Waste of Ammo, Ariukul, Lan. I mean, they have actually solid players. But ATOX have been clean, and they don't seem to be making mistakes. They've got a fast flank from outside, while Mag are grouping up for ramp. All Mick has to do is slow them down.
He's going to do a little bit more than just that. He's got 2 kills, make it 3, Michael. Mick doesn't do all in terms of limitations. He does all in terms of everything.
Yeah, well, Mick is looking damn fine right now. And ATOX as a whole playing so well together. Taking a couple risks, and a lot of them paying off. They had a convincing start on Ancient, and some of that fizzled up towards the end of it, but here on Nuke, they have been unrelenting. You can't even set up in the way that you would have practiced your T-side nuke when you're getting pushed from outside so quick, when they're willing to just keep on fighting you even when you're on pistols.
It's the same conversation we were having about Mag versus MongolZ yesterday.
Yeah. This is where experience can sometimes be leveraged by the team with it.
Yeah. More experience equals good, apparently.
Well, no, just more willing to take some risks, I think.
Dobu. Oh my god, he's just gonna be dead. No, he's not. What? He gets 2 bullets on the ladder in accuracy. That's a little bit of a situation, but at the end of the day, ATOX still cleared out 13-3. It is looking a bit too easy for them.
Yeah, and we have to say goodbye to Myth Avenue Gaming as well, as ATOX commandingly picking into their nuke and dominating all the way through as well.
Listen, and at this point, ATOX, they've got to be feeling...